Hi again. Um, this is another video based on a 5-minute conversation I had with somebody um, that also has avoidant personality disorder that I wanted to sort of point out, um, like this big thing um, that this person, like me, like I think almost everybody that has avoidant personality disorder, or else I wouldn't be making this video, to a degree has a travel bug. Now, I've talked before that there seems to be people that are like on two sides of a dichotomy about a lot of things when it comes to avoidant personality disorder. And one of those is whether it feels safe for you to be with a certain close group of people, usually your family or really good friends, or if you're feeling safer with strangers. I'm definitely a stranger type person. It's like it's not good for me to be around the same people. Um, this person I was talking to is the opposite. Um, I actually was in a group once with somebody who um was diagnosed with agoraphobia, and they thought that it was the same as avoidant personality disorder, um, because of the degree to which they were avoiding strangers, which, by the way, is not what avoidant personality disorder is about. Um, the thing is that it's it's kind of the exact. I mean, it really is kind of the exact same impulse. This travel bug thing. Um, for me, I can just relax if I'm not going to be around anybody else I know, and I don't really care. I'll go to like some gigantic city that I have never been to before, and I'll be totally fine. This other person who has the opposite thing, it's still stressful, even if you're with people that you consider be safe. I mean, there is sort of you've got to watch your back, even if you're with people that you would consider to be safe, because of course we grew up with somebody that we thought was safe who abused us to such a point that we had to change our personality in order to feel safe around that person. So even if you're so like for me, I mean it's I'm like I said, I'm kind of the extreme where I'm like, okay, being in my life means you are unsafe, period. Um, the opposite side of that is I need you to be in my life to be safe, but they still always have their eye out to see when somebody is going to betray them or whatever, however you want to put it. Um, and it's devastating, and it happens, and it keeps happening. They'll trust somebody, and they at some point are going to let them down because people are like that. And especially if you don't say, hey, this is my boundaries and this is my parameters. And who can do that if they have avoidant personality disorder? I don't know. um I mean, somebody's going to overstep, and they're not going to understand what they've done because you've never given them any warnings. But it's like, okay, they've gone too far and that's it, and they're out. um and that's what happens. So if you if you travel, you can get away from the people that are causing the stress. um yeah, so it is the like I said, it's polar opposite. I mean, I travel to big cities where I can hide amongst the masses, and this other person literally goes out into the middle of nowhere, where they're interacting with nobody else for a stretch of a few days, and that's what it takes to sort of unwind and calm down and to release the avoidant thing. So I just wanted to point that out that um, because I do talk about traveling a lot, and I'm sure there are people out there that are just like, no, not for me, because you're the opposite where you want to be. I mean, the thing is that you can travel with people that are in your circle, but really I would recommend trying the other way, which is to just and I know people, a lot of people who are not even avoidant, um but they just like rent a cabin for a day or two and go by themselves to just decompress. um it works a treat. It really does work very well. I mean, unless you're totally agoraphobic, this is a different thing um than avoidant personality disorder. But seriously, I'm very impressed. I mean, it could just be that I talk to people who are like me. We have something in common, so there's that. I'm really surprised at how many people I know with avoidant personality disorder who travel, and they're at both ends of that spectrum. And so I wanted to put that out there. Um, give it a shot. Um, and again, um, you can tailor it to what's going to work best for you. So you can either go to some place that's bustling and disappear, um, or you can go someplace and just be totally by yourself, and you don't have to worry about anybody coming anywhere near you. Um, Actually, a lot of times you'd be amazed how often I do both. I will go to some place that's bustling and rent a hotel room and go into the hotel room and just stay there. So I used to call it, I suppose I still call it, I used to call it that I would get a hit off of people, um, of the strangers, but then I would stay with myself. It's like, oh, what, so I kind of do both sometimes when I'm really, really, really stressed out. But anyway, yeah. So that's part 2, and I'll see you next week.